Hey guys, I'm back. It's been like a month, but Captain Marvel came out like 3 weeks ago, and I needed to see it again to collect my thoughts, and I finally got to on Friday, so I'm gonna make my review finally. So Brie Larson has been getting some backlash on her performance. I loved it. I think she was so amazing for the character. I didn't think she was like just mad all the time, straight face. She had a really good character, and I think she did an amazing job. I don't care what she said about more girl, or whatever she said that made people upset. Who cares? Like, she did such an amazing job in this movie, and I don't know why people are hating on her for it. But her performance was just incredible. It was amazing, and I can't wait to see her in Avengers. With that said, I totally bought the how she was a Kree warrior at first, and I totally forgot that she was gonna become Captain Marvel. I thought her green suit was just gonna be um, of just her costume the entire movie because it looks good on her. Like you could buy her as Captain Marvel with that suit. And there's this guy, I forgot the actor's name and his character's name, but he is obviously not Marvel like we thought. Um, I could see the twist coming that he was the villain when he started talking to Ronan, because like he's the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, okay, if he's talking to a villain, he probably is a villain. But the dude who played him gave such an amazing performance. There's some really good acting in this movie, and I think I really bought the twist. And Samuel Jackson was just incredible in this movie. Probably the best part. And the de aging looked so amazing, but they used so much money on that the regular effects looked horrible. I'll get more into that later, but he just did such an amazing job in like the his early working at Shield, and it's just cool to see what he was up to and how the Avengers Initiative started and everything. One thing I hated about this movie was the stupid cat. I never laughed at it. I don't know how it got its powers, and it wasn't really funny. Like even when Talos was like scared of it, it wasn't funny. Like I'm so sick of cat jokes. Speaking of Talos, I really like this character. I he's probably my favorite character in this movie. I love the introduction of scrolls, and everyone's like, "Oh, Secret Wars can't happen because they're good now." I still think there might be a way for Secret Wars to happen and him be mad at the Avengers and Captain Marvel, which I'm gonna make a video about after Endgame comes out. But anyway, the dude who played him was awesome. Um, the makeup or whatever, I don't know how they did it, but if it was makeup, it was amazing. The shape shifting was really cool. Um, and yeah, he was a good character. I liked him. And then there was the actual Marvel, which we only saw in like flashbacks, kind of. Not really, but I'd like to see one last Marvel one shot of all those scenes put together. That would be a cool one shot to learn more about her character. But the lady who played her was cool, and I liked the gender flip of Marvel. That was cool. Now we have Captain Marvel's friend, which I also forgot her name. But anyway, the actress did such an amazing job with figuring out that her best friend is actually alive when she thought she was dead for like 6 years. But I loved her character so much. Her story, her acting, her writing was so good and great, and I loved how she became like a space person too, and her daughter was funny. But I really liked seeing their friendship over like flashbacks in this movie. It was really cool. But yeah, back to the twist. It was a good twist. I really liked it. I liked how I liked how they flipped it. Like everyone thought the Skrulls was going to be the villain. Like we all thought that, and then it's actually the Kree. And then we actually I really liked the twist, and I didn't see it coming at first. Um I really don't see that in Marvel movies anymore, and this movie is so different from all the other Marvel movies. That's why it's one of my favorite. But I really like that twist. And the inclusion of Ronan, I was sort of disappointed with, but also pretty satisfied. I wish he was in it a little bit more. We got one scene of him just standing there, and another scene of him on like a holograph, and that's it. That's all we got. But it was great seeing him younger before Guardians of the Galaxy, and it was just a cool nod to him. But the worst thing about this film is the horrible, horrible CGI in the end when she becomes like really full potential Captain Marvel. It's just horrible. It's like a video game cutscene. It's so bad. They spent so much money on Samuel L. Jackson's de aging that the budget for the CGI was. I just can't believe that made the final cut. It's so bad. It's the worst CGI I've seen in a movie. Yeah, the worst. Okay, it's just it blew my mind that that was actually the final cut of the movie. Like, this is Marvel Studios. How do you not have any more money to make better CGI? It just so gross and just weird. Now, the after credit scenes were cool because it featured the Avengers, and I feel like this will be the very first scene in Endgame with well, after Hawkeye's family and that, but I think we'll see this scene again. That will be the first scene of the Avengers, and I love her new suit. That's pretty cool. But I was actually a little more interested with the second one, and not a lot of people are talking about this, but when I see the empty Nick Fury chair, that makes me feel like he was dusted. So this takes place in the middle of Endgame and Infinity War. And does that mean the cat had the Tesseract the entire time? And Thanos actually doesn't have the Space Stone? They've been carrying a fake one this entire time, and the cat actually had the real one? Put in the comments what your thoughts about that are. Or maybe it's the same one that Nick Fury gave to the Thor dude in Avengers, but I don't know. Just a cool thing I thought of. So yeah, that's my review of Captain Marvel. I'm not gonna. I might do a ranking of all the MCU movies, but I have Dumbo review coming out soon, and Shazam comes out Friday, and then Hellboy, and then Endgame. So yeah, that's a lot of movies coming up. But just stay tuned. I've got a bunch of videos coming out this month in April. So yeah, bye.